February the 6th, 2017. Guys, we got three things happening this weekend. The close approach of Comet Honda, guys, and this was taken by Michael Yeager from Austria on New Year's Eve. It had just come around the sun. We were getting a good look at it. It says, just as the comet was swinging around the sun en route to Earth, he picked this up. It says, since 45P's icy nucleus has been heated by solar radiation, causing it to spew brightening jets of gas into the comet's green atmosphere. Why green? Because the comet's vaporizing nucleus emits diatomic carbon, C2, a gas which glows green in the near vacuum of space. It's not a complete vacuum, as many think. According to the Minor Planet Center, this is the 8th closest pass of any comet in the modern era since 1950. That's when modern technology started being used to study comets. It says it will only be 31 times further from Earth than the Moon, but interestingly, 45P made a closer approach on its previous orbit, 23 lunar distances, so it was also on the list as the 5th closest. Proximity makes the comet bright despite its small size. Forecasters say 45P could be on the verge of naked eye visibility 6 magnitude when it emerges into the pre-dawn sky later this week. It's already starting to do that. The best time to look is during the dark hours before sunrise between February the 9th and the 12th. The comet will be racing through the constellation Hercules high in the eastern sky. We're going to take a look at some of the sky maps and familiarize yourself where Saturn will be in the early morning in the eastern sky, and that's going to give you a target to look for. Now, again, we'll look at those sky maps. We're also having a prenuptial lunar eclipse during what's called the snow moon this weekend. During this time now, the snow moon is your full moon in February, and they call it that because usually February is your snowiest month. Looking at Honda, where it's between us and the sun. It's slightly higher. Now, its close approach will be the 11th, and that's when the eclipse will be also. So 3 events happening in the night sky. It's going to be a good time for everyone that has a way to film this or binoculars to see it. And again, if it's clear, you could have naked eye visibility. Now notice on the 6th, guys, we have Saturn in the background, and that's going to be a key. Now that's going to be early in the morning, but that's where you will give you somewhere to look towards to try to locate it with naked eye. Again, the sun will be to the left. It will be night, and again, Saturn will be in the sky to the top right of this image in the faint yellow ball. So when we go to the sky charts, you're going to see that by locating Saturn in the early morning hours before sunrise in the east, in the northern hemisphere, you'll see Saturn starting to set in the east, and up above that, starting from the 9th to the 12th, the sky charts will show it above it and moving upward because it's coming over us. You can also go to the link that we're using, Sky, and it will give you the relative velocity, and you can use all of this information to enter into your telescopes, especially your automated ones, but it gives you your declination, everything, and it goes in 30-minute segments. Notice that, 0.5 hours, 1 hour, where it's moving through in the sky, and at the top it lists it at now as an 8 magnitude. The lower the number, the brighter the objects, and they're saying a 6 magnitude as it comes over us, the close approach on the 11th. Notice again at the top, 8 magnitude now. That should brighten. And the images that are coming in now from Texas and Payson, Arizona, are showing much difference. You don't see the elongated tail because the object's coming more at us now. It's a bright just sphere. But looking east before sunrise, February the 9th, coming up 3 nights, Honda 45P is there. But notice in the bottom right in the blue is Saturn. That's your horizon. Looking east before sunrise, you'll see Saturn. Look up to the left, we'll go to February the 12th, and you'll see from the 9th to the 12th that Comet 45P Honda in the top is moving upward. But you can pause those sky charts, guys, and take a look at them. Now, this, again, the 31st, New Year's Eve, as it was coming around the sun. This is coming from Michael Yeager from Austria. They were getting that sideways image. Now, as the Earth's moved forward and the comet's moving forward at the same direction, and it's coming over us and getting close, we're getting this wider green glow because of the angle that we're seeing it. This was just 2 days ago, February the 4th, from Gary in Fort Davis, Texas. That's what they're starting to see now. So it's going to be a pretty bright object. Again, if you can see it naked eye. Now, Johnson V2 coming out of Payson. This is Chris Shure, January 30th. That's coming down. It's going to come down, and through the summer we will see it reach just outside the orbit of Mars. You see that, guys, between Mars and the asteroid belt? It'll be very interesting to see. But it's going to dive down through the summer. We're already getting those pictures from Payson that are that clear. So as the Earth rotates to the right, Comet Johnson's going to be dropping and will be behind us in late summer. Notice it's May 2017 and the timestamp at the bottom. So instead of being like Comet Honda is now between us and the sun, making it harder to see, we're going to be seeing it above us and behind us at night. And so we should get excellent shots as it gets closer, even much clearer than the one that you just saw as it goes up into June. And then July, this thing, as we move it in monthly increments, is going to be dropping very near the ecliptic of the entire solar system here. Check it out. We'll go into July. And at that point, it will be its closest approach to our planet here during the month of July. Earth will be slightly forward from as it drops through the, just again on the outside orbit of Mars, but we should be getting excellent shots because even at that time, it will not be between us and the sun, with the sun inhibiting the ability of us to see this thing. Guys, it's going to be very interesting. Again, you've got this, your eclipse, the snow moon occurring. So as we see the snow moon peaking, coming up, it's going to be in those late morning hours that you get the best shots. But what this particular eclipse is not a full eclipse where the shadow of the Earth covers the entire moon. But what it is, it's almost like the edge of the shadow of the Earth, or the atmospheric shadow, is covering the moon. So you're not going to see it dim all the way out. You're going to see it slightly dim, kind of give it a silver effect. But it says Comet 45 will also make its closest approach to Earth on Saturday morning. Viewers in the UK should keep an eye on the sky for the lunar eclipse at around 22:34 GMT, while those in the US, the event will begin at 5:34 ET. That's 5:34 in the afternoon. February the 10th, it will begin 22:34. That's again at 5:34 in the afternoon. As it's getting dark, maximum will be, as you see, a few hours later, and it will end a few more hours later than that. But again, here's your schedule. Snow moon is scheduled to rise above the horizon at 5:35 p.m. Eastern on Friday, after which the lunar eclipse will then peak at 7:43 p.m. and will end at 9:53 p.m. That's your exact times Eastern, and you can match that with your time all the way through the United States, or by using the chart at the top, UTC time. That's going to give you, all you got to do is go to a UTC time conversion software site, and it will convert your time to these. And if you got clear weather, you're going to see early, as the sun's going down, you're going to see the moon coming up, full moon, snow moon. Then you're going to start to see the eclipse start to happen. Maximum eclipse, again, will peak at 7:43 p.m. and 2 hours and 10 minutes later, and then it's going to take a couple more hours to completely fade out. So it's going to be a very interesting weekend of events. Let's just hope the weather's good and clear, and I'll update the weather information from some of the satellites as we get closer to the weekend, guys. The other thing that we're watching this week, guys, is the reaction from the White House about the judges coming in and trying to stop some of the immigration policies that have been set forth. We're right, if you ask me, at a critical situation in the balance of power of the country. We've got other sanctuary cities that are coming forward now claiming that they will not cooperate with the feds on this. You've got other ones that are saying they will. So it's going to be an interesting time to watch. And I'm watching both of them, guys. And any information you get, please send in a comment. It's a heads up. Be safe.